Wasn't I'm sorry, like wasn't Mitch talking about NAC, right? He's been talking about that since like 4 or 5 since I think Biden. At least 5 months, I believe. Yeah. What do you think's going on? When they cut a pipeline, bro, you have to think. A lot of people don't understand this. I can't believe they don't understand why. Where do you think your oil is going to come from? You still need it.
I don't know.
Yes, you are. Oh, well, yep, you're back.
What's that tan chart? I've never heard about tan.
Yeah, I'd have to look up and see what it holds, but
It sucks because a lot of people suffered, you know, like on the East Coast when he could have had that backup pipeline that he shut down immediately within his first week. But, you know, I don't want to get political, but like if you want to talk about energy, it kind of is.
Yo,
I'm pulling up.
is that the American PLL or the Australian PLL?
Dude,
Yeah. What was the other one? PLS? Remember PLS? Oh, baby.
Mitch talked about all of it.
Yeah.
120
They're all
the stream. You
Australian mining stocks
many likes
to do with energy.
viewers.
Remember that time? Yeah, baby.
Like gold, right?
That wedge even has the opposite of the partial rise there too. Yeah, partial line, yeah.
It was like $10 minus a barrel.
Same idea as Bitcoin, but the other way.
So yeah, we've been in energy a while. Okay. GXY was the other one. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Buy my dirt for it.
Hey Mitch, you're muted on stream.
Whoa, I'm not muted now? Alright, sorry. Whatever. As long as y'all can hear me, that matters. I mean, only like 5 people watch these streams anyway, so it's whatever, dude.
Anyway, thanks for looking at those. They've been mooning ever since they were trade setups.
Yeah, man, that's incredible, dude. Down here. But yeah, that's what we're always looking for. And so, like, when an asset does this, and then they ask about it, like crypto or Bitcoin, it's just like, what do you want? I mean, I can't help it. It's up 1,000+%, you know, and now it could be getting ready to dump, you know, and Oh man, was it like 786 retrace here? Crazy.
Didn't get
Oh
there.
god, it was like an
A
886.
huge shark.
Yeah, an
Had
XAB.
82% retrace.
Oh god.
C was too.
You could have been a bat too if you wanted, but yeah, if you go with the initial ones, it's perfect. It's literally effing incredible. How many times have these had to play out before people are like, oh, this is amazing. This is a great formula, you know? Value. It's nice. Bitcoin's blow, you know, just crapping around. Doesn't look very good, you know, where it is. Contextually, doesn't look good at all, but whatever.
Yeah, doing my best to really study harmonics as much as I can, and holy moly, is it a game changer. At least for me. Makes things a little simpler.
God, look at this daily on this trash.
Yeah,
It's
I have to
literal
agree.
trash. It's just like there's a resistance there, and then you zoom out, and then now it's resistance again, clearly and concisely, and you can't break it. God, you're about to go positive that you keep this up, but this is exactly where you can start building negative momentum in on another drawdown. Like, not even kidding, I've seen it. Where you'll just get you're almost there, you're almost to neutral, and then it dumps again. Like, just,
Yeah, it doesn't always go green before it comes back.
exactly, dude. There are times when it's like,
I remember some histograms that went on for weeks.
well, there's one, it's like right here. Oh man, it's about to go positive again. Oh my god, and then COVID crashed, and it's like, just kidding, psych. Right? You're like, oh man, and then dumps again. So yeah, you just, I don't know. Like, until you do certain things, you can't be bullish on Bitcoin. You just can't. Like, I mean, I don't care if it goes up. If it goes up, I got a hold account, I guess, right? But I'm just saying, like, strategically, like, until it breaks above this area that you're clearly below, it just, there's so much
That's-
opportunity though, not in crypto though. Like, just,
Personally, there was there for the downside, like the head and shoulders, the wedge. There were so many variables there. Partial rise on the wedge.
and I think when you hit 58K, you were at an inflection point. It was like, if you can break it, you look like you might be able to, fine, it continues on, but it didn't. And it's not about like what could happen, it's what will happen. And it rejected resoundingly 58K, February 21st high. That is just like the most important area ever. And then once that really was rejected a multitude of times, it was done, dude. Yep.
You had to throw it in my face how important 59K now was.
Dang, man, I know, it was pathetic. Couldn't even get, it got to 59K at least
I forget when
one more time.
the inverse head and shoulders in 2018, that was my entry, 58, 58, 58. You're like, who got in?
Yeah, dude. Down here.
That major fib node
Right
too.
before
That
noon.
58K3. There was a 3414 of the previous all-time high to low.
How can people ignore this cipher? It's so real. It's just such a real structure and such a real downtrend. It's like you're batting 2 for 2. You got the bearish pattern in the bearish trend, and it's rejecting old highs as resistance. It's just, dang, dude. If the TA is respected, this thing sells off again, you know, like at this point. But yeah, if TA is disrespected and whatever, okay, then it marks up hard, you know. Okay. I think that the bears kind of
Candlestick
have it.
purple there too.
Mitch, I have a chart for you to look at in the meantime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. BE, Bloom Energy.
Yeah, I feel like we've been here before. We haven't been here before. And it got nuked.
Yeah, I think like 2 or 3 months ago we were just looking at that.
Yeah,
it
but
was like
it
it had
jumped
to hold
to
2338 and it didn't.
It jumped to 3.
Yep, it couldn't hold it. And it was like, yeah, I mean, still, this is like, yeah, I don't know. There was a better time to look at it, and now it's correcting. But yeah, the good news is it's back above 2383. I guess. I guess there's like a downsloping channel or something. Maybe the old one. It's like that. Do you adjust though? Do you adjust for the?
If you draw your fibs from the all-time low to the all-time high, you're at the 618.
And so yeah, it got a short-term. Normally though, in these situations like this, the context, this is like where a short-term rally will happen. Yeah, you get reactions in 618, but it's normally not where the major reversals occur. The major reversals eventually occur at the 786s and 886s. So I think this. I mean, maybe there's a couple to handle, man. Maybe, dude. Sure, maybe. But I don't know. There's just like. I like getting in after big drawdowns and like momentum shifts, and there's clear higher highs, higher lows that are starting to be developed. We've seen one or two. We don't have any higher highs, any higher lows right now. You could try to say this is a higher low than the previous low, but I don't know. It's an uptrend, but look, it like broke any kind of like demand line. Oh wow, look at that. That's a pretty nice demand line that is trying to hold above. That's pretty cool. You see that? Pretty nice there. So maybe you're on something. Let's see, was there any divergence? Kind of tough. Let's see the daily. I think we fibbed for a common retrace. Almost got there.
Look at the weekly.
I don't know. The daily had maybe some divergence. Pretty good. Not on the RSI. No, I mean, anything above 2338 could be amazing. Look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So yeah, 2382, man, that's one to watch, pay attention to. It's like, interesting. Weekly, oh god, some hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. Wow, last week was a bullish harami. No, a bullish engulfing candle at the demand line. It's pretty good, getting some maybe follow through price action. Yeah, okay, all right, so it's not bad, and the sector is extremely bullish, like one of the most bullish sectors out there right now. So if you can hold above 2338 long enough, this could very well see $38 again. Bloom Energy, yes, momentum. It would be momentum. It wouldn't be so much value. I don't know. I mean, someone could argue from the discernible swing low, your previous discernible swing low to high, that's a 78% retrace. Okay, so I mean, it's not like from the low, but like, so what is that? You have a confluence from different lows to the same high. You have a 78% retrace on the low, you know, the most recent low that's discernible, but then from your all-time low to the all-time high, you have a 618. That's confluence right there. So that's pretty cool.
Of the 78, I couldn't try. I was trying to find a cipher in there. Or
Yeah, I don't think there is in it.
Stark, I couldn't. No.
Yeah. So
Too
it's
short.
not bad.
I mean, you could end up with a shark, but
Yeah.
I've got 2332 and 1860 is the two areas that.
So common
Right at the top
retraces,
of
you
that.
just high to low it. High to low. And you're thinking like just a 50% retrace, 3161, a 618, 3478. But again, I just like straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So if it gets above that level and holds above it long enough, then why could it not go straight up again? It could. It very well could. Look, there's a gap fill on the weekly, at least kind of, at $32. All right, so that's around the 50% retrace. So yeah, great chart. It didn't start out like, because it's like, you know, I'm looking for the formula with all the things we want at the certain levels. And if I don't have that, then I have to be like, oh, hold on, let's take a step back and really look at it like I did here. So yeah, you do
Eat a dry ass cake.
Yeah, you just have a clean slate.
No butter, no sugar.
Yeah, this could be an alternate bat, maybe. No, it's a little too shallow. Well, I mean, like, I don't think it
Yeah.
retraced deep enough. Yeah, it's a 29%.
Close. Yeah.
So not deep enough on D and not deep enough on B either. So nothing burger on harmonic. But
I think on the alternate bat, butterfly, and the Gartley Scott gives you plus or 3%, and everything else is 5.
yeah, this was 30%,
got?
so it was 8% off.
Yeah.
It just isn't gonna be it. So, but either way, demand line hit, bounce. That's cool. Yeah, awesome. Very good. FireEye did literally nothing today. I don't care. I don't care. Holding long and strong. I've got like late September calls on this one from last week. I don't care. Like they're so cheap. And I don't think the strike is much. I think it's like $24, $25 strike. It's not even very, I don't know. You got like 4 months plus to move where it is. This is like the high probability of big movement coming where it is, right? I mean, because it's just like nothing looking left. There's nothing. This is it. so pretty.
Yeah, that one looks amazing.
Yep. That's how you can, the dreams.
How did you run into that one?
Scanning.
Like, how do you
Spacebar scanning. I
scan
have a watch list of just stupid amount of assets, stocks that are just like, I know they meet the minimum volume criteria. I've scanned for them before, you know, on FinViz, you know, with stuff, and like, you know, time will go by and it'll just be like, I just have this huge watch list of all kinds of stocks that are good volume, and I just spacebar. I'll spend like hours just spacebarring, and I'll find them, and then I'll post them. That's like, you know, like last week, it was just, that's why I was saying, I'm like, there's no opportunity in crypto. Why would I even care about crypto right now if everything is so effed and beholden to Bitcoin, and you just crashed and there's not much of an edge on anything? I'm looking for other opportunity, and we found it all over the place, dude. All over. If you're a patron and you pay attention to the pings, or you watch charts only, you knew that. I mean, you saw it. That's your value. I mean, for sure. Your PayPal being another one too. What happened? I don't know what happened, but all my work saved, and now somehow old work is saved back on top of the work that is current. I don't even know how it happened. I'm so pissed about it. I'm just so sick and tired of trading these sometimes. It pisses me off so much, man. But yeah.
So can I get your opinion on BLDPP? It's Scott has a harmonic on the 4 hour. Add an ice line.
It's very critical. It bounced off a very critical area. Alternate bat or shark pattern, right? 100% retrace. Gap fill target. And that's your target, $20. You got a reaction. You don't have like confirmation low. Yeah, you're just talking about this is what he has. It's a little too shallow. 100%. Is that what he has? An XODC like that? I don't know. I mean, I feel like the lowest risk entry area you would think is here. Would probably run up to $20-$21. If you ever break that, wow, it could be nuts. So it's just correcting them. Like, I mean, you're going through a correction. I'm just not into assets that do all this and then they crash or they dump really hard and they're going through a correction that takes a lot of time. And this thing could go lower. You know, you fall below $12. I mean, oh wow, there's a lot of chop here. There's a crap load of consolidation. 2001, right? 2003, 2006. And look, it's like straight down, straight up. So much data on this one, Jesus. Yeah, so, I mean, you always want confirmation, right? There was no bullish divergence at all when it gapped down. This was earnings. Earnings killed it, and it's bounced, and yeah, it could fill the gap now. But to strategize along at this current time, wouldn't you agree that it'd be very tough? Because how do you set a stop here? How do you enter a long on this asset on BLDP and manage risk? How?
No, I'm not saying enter along here. I'm just saying in general, keep it on your watch list.
Yeah, if you add an alert and if it comes back down to 1391 again, methodically, eventually, then it's like maybe double bottom at that area. That could be a really good opportunity, and then you could have divergence there. That'd be great, yeah. But it's just, man, there's just
A little too steep to be a drag. That's double bottoming.
I mean, this is one of those charts where it's straight up, straight down.
Yep, and so that's what I'm saying. Like you're halfway to straight up again, right? After it touched it straight up, straight U, and then you'll complete P, the U to P, at some point where the gap is, and then it could reverse there. That's exactly where it could reverse and make another lower high than the previous highs, and the correction continues. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not bad. Alert.
One thing was a nice dark cloud cover on the bottom on the the top.
Funny you say that, Probes. There's a lot of dark clouds outside of my house right now. Doing Patreon night outside.
Alright, bro, I got one more SWN. It's a bullish Gartley on the monthly.
Is it? Is it? It's way too late. This thing is bullish Gartley on the monthly. It's way too late though, right? I mean, I've been here on this chart, but monthly.
Too late for all guys.
Oh God, you're right. I mean, is it Gartley, or is it more like can't be anything? It's more like because the tops were too perfect. A and C were perfect.
No, sorry, it's the bat. It's the bat, my bad.
I mean, it's an M shape. We'll leave it at that. We don't have to call it and label it anything.
Holy crap.
You can't even see this data on the 4 hour. You have to go. No, you can't even see it on the daily or weekly. It's stupid.
Miss
So yeah,
Beth
I
was
mean, that's
asking,
definitely
like,
an
what do you do
area.
on a blank chart?
Huh?
That's Miss Beth was asking what I do on a blank chart, blank canvas. She did exactly go large time frame, ice lines, move in. So monthly, weekly, daily. I like how you're using zones now. Very nice.
Yes,
Yeah, just
very
it makes
nice.
it easier for people to visualize. I mean, I always have done zones, right?
Yeah.
But like, you'll
Yeah.
see two trend lines.
But I like
and
the shaded color.
Yeah. So it's just like anything above 273 is awesome, but it's doubled. It's almost doubled up since then, right? So if it was gonna make a common retrace on the monthly, so this could take multiple years. This could literally take like 3+ years. $20 to $33 would be your golden zone.
It's like the Bitcoin bear market.
Well, I mean, it could go into a 3-year long uptrend, you know, and take that long. Look, think about this. Like, how long did it take for this asset, 2003, to reach its all-time high? It took, what did it take? Like 5+ years? 5 years, 1,700 days for the asset to appreciate 2004.
No, I agree. I just shared a chart, but the narrative, it's shifting.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, you hit your lowest levels since 2003. You bounced off of support from 1993. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a low risk area. But I wish that it wasn't stupid. I guess you can see it on the weekly.
Didn't this company claim bankruptcy last year, or weren't they like really close?
I don't know. Maybe Southwestern Energy.
Yeah, they're in Texas.
Just reported.
Sure looks like it on the chart, doesn't it? God, I mean, 2014, that was the whale glut. When the whale glut happened, crashed. To think about
Whoa.
paying $48
That thing
to
was nuts.
$5 in less than a year. God. Yeah. But yeah, turn the table a little bit locally, I guess. Meh. It's off of it, but yeah, this could continue up. I mean, there's a lot of upside maybe. It doesn't pay a dividend, and it's an energy stock. That's weird, you know, like really weird. Because oil is not a growth stock.
We got our Kellogg dividends today, or his ex-dividend anyways.
Yeah. Ooh. Kellogg, baby. Yeah, you can't break it, man. It's just, it can't break $68, which is C, a profit-taking level, right? C. And it's that high from 2013. It's real. It was there, and after it was created, everything correlated to it, including just recently. So this is the weekly. It still looks good, man. Look how you're uptrending like a low, a higher low, now another higher low.
But that is 2 touches at that ice line, so that's a bullish signature. So
Bullish, baby.
Yep.
it's trying to get up is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah, this was the one. Yeah, it had earnings and it had a breakaway gap. So it could fill. The gap could fill. I mean, eventually, 6308. It's, you know, it can happen. but like on something like this, the volume signature, you're right, is so perfect. Where this is indicative of a breakaway gap where it will get close. How many times have seen it where these assets off that volume will get close and then they go again, and then it's that little U shape. What's up? Someone just tipped me. Wow. Thank you, SBCA, for the $25 super chat. DPW, yeah, man, we'll look at it. I guess. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna have on no request. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Remember, it's double bottoming off the demand line. It's gorgeous, dude. It's gorgeous. It's like literally doing the good things, right? It's doing the right things. This is the daily. One valley, second valley that's higher than the first one, so accumulation, and it's breaking that little range. And the upside is tremendous on DPW. 527 is thinking almost double in value at above 247. Yeah, I mean, but this has been looked at. I just can't remember. Like, I feel like I am a chart. You know, like I feel like I just look at so many charts that I don't even know. Like, all I can do is analyze it for you, and the data's gonna be there. I'll forget about it because they're just thousands. There's like 1,000 plus charts. You know, it's just, yeah, this looks incredible, and the upside's ridiculous. This thing could, from where it is now, could go up another 84%. So, yo, look at the history above 247. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. This was the only time it didn't go straight down because it went straight up, straight down. And here we are. Why not straight up again? It very well could happen. Probability is kind of high, like based on history. So, yep, DVW. You heard it here. Whatever. No one cares.
On the back of that Kellogg's gap talk, how hard did AMD try to fill its gap? Couldn't do it. Is that bullish?
Try to fill its gap. Yeah, that's really bullish.
Yeah, AMD gap down to like $69 or something.
Yep, the two new. It was the IBM market, not IBM, Intel market share stolen, and then right after that, earnings. Wham bam, thank you, man. It was gorgeous. I think it's really good. Yeah, look at the bullish engulfing candle. I think like Lisa Su knew. Like, I think her analysts, everyone knew. Like, if we don't hold this price, you're going down to $59. They didn't want to do that, so they had to create some sort of news-driven catalyst to prop it up, and it did. It worked, and now you're safe again.
Yeah.
You were literally safe again. So, yep. You were staring at the edge of a cliff, technically like Head and Shoulders. It was very ugly, and it could still happen. Like, this still could occur. Right, because you have to recapture your previous highs now. You have to. So, but if you don't adjust, right? If you don't adjust that initial creek, right? For this, you look how you've broken it. You broke it the past couple of days, and you're out of it right now, quietly, very quietly out of that creek. So the upside, I mean, for AMD, if it's gonna maintain prices inside this range still and run to the top, the upside potential, percentage-wise, is 20%. 20% upside. There you go. There's your AMD.
AMD number one?
No way, dude. NVIDIA number one. All day, dude. No.
NVIDIA's splitting.
Oh, yeah? Are they?
Yeah.
When are they split? I'm gonna have a crap load of NVIDIA then. A crap load more.
I don't know.
Oh, they're gonna fill all these gaps, man. All right, look at them. There's like 3 gaps. That'll
4 or 5 to 1 split, maybe 3 to 1.
Dude, that would be amazing. I can't wait because yeah, again,
I'd
that's
love
like one of my largest holdings of equities. It's always been that way. It's been that way for like years. It's just the way it is, man. Why is the sky blue? Why are boobs good? Why is NVIDIA one of your top, performing? What is one of your largest holdings? It just is. That's AI, man. That's AI and semiconductors. What they had 84% year-over-year growth, and a canary. Like, we got a canary on our hands, don't we? Potential canary. Let's see what it does. See if it pulls in it. Ethereum. 2618. Well, Ethereum went to a 3618. But this is traditional market, so give me a canary, dude. Give me an 864 price target. Perfect. I love the low. I love the higher low, and I love being above 588. I get it. If you have to fill the gaps, go for it. Fill the gaps before mooning. That'd be fine. I'd have no problem with that. Just come on down, do it, and then go. You know, back test the zone. Yeah, Nvidia acquired ARM, which was the largest semiconductor acquisition of all time. Yep, but that happened like, what, 5-6 months ago. Oh, man. What a night, dude. What a day. What a stream. I don't know, man. I got to pack, and I got to... I'm going to be doing a traveling TA stream tomorrow. Or Saturday, I don't know, because I'll be in Savannah. So at least, you know, we just gotta be ready for that. And this is gonna be good practice to make sure there's no bugs or kinks in the system for Miami, because I guess I'll be streaming some from Miami too. I don't know about IRL streaming though yet. I have it's all good, it's ready to go and all that stuff. It's easy, but I just don't know if I'm gonna IRL stream or not in Miami. I feel like I was a phase.
Selfies with all the other famous people, please.
Huh?
Just post your selfies up with Michael Saylor and all the other cool people.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I definitely wouldn't be IRL streaming at the convention. I would be like, I don't even know if they'd allow that, you know? It's like,
probably banned, yeah.
Yeah, probably won't let you. Especially have TTS on. I could have, like, media on. People spamming songs and stuff.
I hope you have a hell of a time.
Is your travel setup a beastie to carry, or?
It's not too bad. It's just a backpack. 2 monitors, microphone, webcam, stand for the webcam. You know, it's my mouse. It's got everything. It's compact. I mean, I've traveled literally everywhere I've traveled. I've brought it with me since I started streaming. Everywhere. I've never traveled without it. So.
Hey, Mitch, I caught up with your Richard Hart interview, and that was totally awesome. I'm just curious if you are planning on doing some more of those.
No.
Have fun in Miami.
I do not plan on ever doing those again, but that's okay.
Good.
Yeah, that guy's something else.
So,
Thank you, Mr. Lodick, for attending. Thanks for the good wishes. All right.
When you say those, do you mean those with a specific guest, or those with any guest that's not Scott Carney?
If it doesn't pertain to TA, it's probably never going to happen again. Or I have to like really figure out like what the mentality of the person's going to be when they come onto the stream. Because I mean, like, I didn't know what to expect. I thought like literally, hey man, we're just going to talk about charts and TA and go into that, and it ended up not being that at all. It ended up being virtually a literal infomercial, and that's okay. Like, you know, if someone wants to do that, that's fine. And it almost made me feel like I compromised my own integrity just by having someone on and letting that occur on my stream. But you know, same time, you live and learn. It was an experience. You don't grow without experiencing new things. So at the same time, I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm not going to apologize for giving someone a chance to show who they are on my stream, you know? So whatever, that's him and that's his personality, and it's fine, man. If that works for him, that's good. That's literally the opposite and contrarian of who I am. So, you know, whatever.
How did you guys get connected? Like, who reached out to who?
It's just their community. You know, their community is like I like the chart, so their community, they're like sharks, you know, and me liking the chart is like blood in the water to them. So they like are, you know, perfect excuse to promote their product, you know. And it's like, okay, cool, dude. Well, I just like the chart and TA, so yeah, that's about it. That's as far as it kind of goes for me.
see, I saw that happening, you know, like, okay, so you're ready for me to shill my fundamentals. And I just liked how you adapted to, you know, the situation. And I just feel like it brings in a broader market, and then people can realize the value of what you have to offer. And I mean, you know,
I would
what it is.
disagree there because like that stream was almost like all him, nothing me, because I couldn't contribute to the conversation. And when I did, it was like, oh well, pull up a chart not on TradingView, and then do these things. It's like, okay, cool, dudes.
I see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I got anything out of it. And the thing is, again, you'll get people that will only like me because I like the chart, but they think that I somehow endorse their asset, which I don't. I do not endorse Hex. Never will. I endorse the technicals. That's as far as it goes. I do not endorse the fundamentals. I still don't understand. I learned very little about Hex, pretty much. And oh, it can only go straight up. It only goes straight up. Only goes straight up. Oh, only goes straight up. Okay, like we'll see. Give it 5 more years. We'll see. I'm serious. I'm not like bashing or anything like that. I'm just saying like that sounds way too good to be true. And like, have you ever heard of the saying, "This sounds too good to be true"? It probably is. And then I would say that, and then their entire community would bash me and disown me and dislike me and do all these things. And it's like I don't even want to interact if that's the way it's going to be. They only love me because I like the chart on Hex. Like
Well,
I just like
way
I
to
don't
keep it real,
want
man.
their support at all. Period. Like I don't want them to hate me or love me. I want them to just not exist with me, right? If that's the way the dynamic's going to be. So it's not the right way to grow, like at all. I want people to grow by wanting to have a genuine interest in traditional technical analysis that's been studied for over 100 years, and that's what I try to teach here. Those are the people I want supporting the community, not people that are quite possibly, I mean, whatever, man. Like they got their thing going, and I hope it goes well. I hope it never crashes. I hope they, these 41,000% points that it's made since COVID crash, I hope it goes to 80,000. I hope it does. But again, has anything ever done that before? No, I don't think so. Nothing's ever. I mean, whatever. S&P 500, all it does is go up. But you've got the backing of Western civilization on that. So, and the Hex is like one guy and a following of people. So
Yeah, he's just one guy, and I didn't necessarily mean him, but someone more like-minded, that you both have the eyes on the charts and you're talking the same game. I mean,
There isn't a lot.
something like that.
There's one guy out there, maybe.
Mitch and Probes.
There's not a lot of
Make it
most
happen,
of the
Jess.
people
Make
want to
it happen.
talk about their charts or about their project.
Right.
Like it was back in 2004, someone that I trusted a lot begged me to put money in with Bertie Madoff, like showed incredible returns. And we all know how that ended up.
goodness.
Well, really? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, way to stick to your guns, Mitch. I respect you for keeping it real and keeping it clean with what your values are. That's awesome. I'm just curious with the community if any of you guys have been getting if any of you guys have been working on getting your money back from Mt. Gox, if your interpretation on the whole voting thing on how you receive your funds, if anyone.
I'm stuck in the Cryptopia thing right now. It's not a lot of money at all. It's literally a couple $100, but it is there. And so they only send me an email, and you just kind of make another account. It's kind of like you retrieve your old account more so. You don't make a new one.
Wait, are you talking about Mt. Gox that went under an exchange 10 years ago?
Oh, Mt. Gox was a long time ago. Cryptopia went down as well, and I had some funds on there. That was back in the Great FOMO.
Okay, yeah, I got a bunch of Japanese and I translated it, and then it's like, okay, well, they want to give us our money, but just a percentage of it, and then the
Japanese?
community has to vote. And I'm just curious if anyone else is tracking this as well.
I dealt with it years ago. My former job had a bunch of money in it that they got theirs back, but they were doing it based upon current BTC value or BTC value when Gox was shut down, and they're paying you off in the yen, which was not doing well versus the dollar.
There's so much legalese.
So-
I mean, pages and pages. It's no wonder that the bar association took everything over and doesn't let us be grown-ups because you got to hire a lawyer to represent you and interpret all that. But am looking at it, and I'm getting offers to pay off on a percentage of it, and I don't want to take them. I just thought maybe someone else here was in.
What percentage are they offering you? Of
Oh,
what,
it's low ball.
what your value was?
It's like 20% of the full value. So
Not bad. But I think the minimum to file was 10,000 back then. So let's say 10 Bitcoin. If they're willing to offer you 2 Bitcoin right now, I'd take it.
4-hour close below 38,554. Again, we'll see how that goes.
all right, thanks, man.
Mitch, can we take a look at a chart? Fuel cell?
I thought we already looked at charts, man. Thought we were just talking.
Utopia, I've gone through everything that there was to go through, and it's been probably, I think, 6 months now, and I haven't heard anything back.
Same with me. I did the same with Cryptopia and haven't heard anything.
I think
I figured I've waited 7 years or however long it's been. I lost
I'll
count.
get it back when, yeah, I'm sure it's exactly that 10 billion years. When
All right,
Ember,
I'm just saying, fuel cell is looking good. Don't deny it.
What is that one's ticker?
FCEL.
FCEL.
FCEL. I know
They all had
FSLR
insane
is
runs from November
ridiculous.
3rd till end
Oh, I
of
remember that
January,
time
and they
it-
pulled back,
someone
and
was
then
requesting that up at much higher levels. Someone was like, "Oh, could you look at FCEL at 1622.78?" He's like, "You break that, you're screwed." And broke it, and if it broke it there, it was gonna go straight up, straight down. My God, I don't know, man. Maybe.
Yeah, on the daily chart, you have the perfect Gartley. Perfect, literally. Chart it.
All right, man. All right, putting your reputation at stake here, dude.
Starting from
It's there. I see it.
what is that?
No, no need to tell me I see it, right? Am I off here?
yeah, you can't. You can't.
A man is a chart, after all.
So anything above 952 is actually really good. I mean, it could be good, right? That's that initial 2017 low. And above that, straight up, straight down. Also straight down. Straight up, straight down. So anything above it could be straight up again. Yep, 1622 would be the target above 952. That's it. I mean, like, literally, and there's no confirmation low. There's no, like, there was divergence on the MACD for sure. It's playing out. And again, like, where you are, what you did is you broke, I guess you gapped up, you back tested, filled the gap above the 200-day moving average. You had the target, if this is actually going to play out, is 1622. Yep. I mean, you see my argument and reasoning, right, on why it would be 1622, right? Everyone sees that straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, right? Why could it not do straight up again? Oh wait, it literally could, for sure. Yep. Does that make sense?
Plug over FCell.
Like, I wish you could see it. There. You see this, man? It's like, do you see where the price is, and do you see where the wick low is, right? I mean, it's like, there it is. That's why. Okay. There it is. It's above it. Nice. Okay, good go. Sweet, man. Sweet.
weekly bullish, hidden bullish as well.
We'll add it, throw it in the mixing bowl, all right? And it's not crypto. Because crypto's party is kind of over for a little while. I mean, just, you got to get more data. For real, you got to get above 1.77 trillion market cap total if you want to fly. You literally could fly if you broke 1.78 trillion. You could fly to 2.2 trillion like it was a joke. But not until then. And that's not happening with Bitcoin looking so bad. Bitcoin has to do things that defy what's being told on the 4-hour chart. Nice one on FCELR. Yeah, it's up, 4.57% today, and in 2 days it's up probably like 12 to 15%, unfortunately, right? Look at that. It's up 16% in 2 trading sessions. I mean,
25% the last 2 weeks.
there you go. Since the PCZ of the bullish Gartley, it's up 25+%. There you go. And that's just tough,
You call
man.
that a morning star on the weekly? You kind of do.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
saying
the 5
it's
candlestick
a
pattern.
Dude, look at this.
It's a
Oh my god, what pattern was this? What a psycho pattern too. It was a psycho real pattern because it was weird. It never got invalidated, right? But what was that? Someone tell me.
More
You got
piercing line.
Marabazoo.
Nah. Why is it not a Marabazoo?
There's wicks.
Exactly.
It's not a pin bar.
Yeah. What is Marabazoo in Japanese? It's like scalped head, like pretty much scalped.
Piercing line. Yeah.
Yes, it is a piercing line. 100% piercing line.
Look at the weekly. Would that be a Morning Star?
That would be kind of kind of the like hammer, kind of a bullish hammer. I mean, that's a
You
little
get the five pattern candlestick.
5 candle. What? 5 candle stick pattern. Where?
Officially, the full Morning Star pattern is a 5 candlestick pattern.
1, 2, 3. I thought it was just 3. Is it not 3?
No,
Yeah, I
two
thought it was
bearish,
3.
two bearish with a
Maybe
reversal
one
candle at the
dark,
bottom and
five.
two green candles up.
Alright, you got 15 hours. But Lude, look at that. I mean, it's like imagine getting a weekly candle close above the May 2017 low. That would just be insane. Like that would be like it could be time. That why not $16 if it does that? You know. And yeah, very real. Hidden bullish divergence on the oscillators, both of them. Yeah, it's very interesting. And what? Look at the 200 week moving average. You could close above it if you have a decent day. Just all you gotta do is just not get wrecked tomorrow's trading session, and we're good. You close above the weekly 200 moving average and the resistance. That's pretty good. I don't know. That's
So there in Patreon chat is like the definition of the Morning Star. I don't like the third candle.
Oh,
at the
okay.
bottom. I like that more action, but yeah, it's like a.
I feel like the third
Officially
candle though
5.
could be like the signal, you know, like the
I would trade it. Yeah,
Only highlighting the 3 downtrend.
That's
the
it's a
3,
reverse.
and then-
For it to be a reversal, it's considered a 5 candlestick pattern. I don't know. That's according to your boy that writes Bulgakowski books now.
Dude, he needs to we need to get him on did you hear about what he did in the 3rd edition of his book?
No.
He started bringing up ABCD patterns at the end of it, and he's referenced Scott Carney and gave him recognition. Boom.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Dude, the ABCDs are
amazing.
That's one of the things I initially learned, but I've dug into Scott's. I'm doing an Excel spreadsheet, so of like the reciprocals, because as you get into these harmonics, when you get the ABCD and it lines up perfectly with like the PCZ of the X to the D, it's
Yeah, like the Sharks or the 5-0s. Like a 5-0
It's so
ABCD.
good.
Yeah, he goes in the volume 2. It's awesome. It's really good.
I actually read that chapter at work today, the ABCD bearish.
It's amazing. Oh, yeah, reciprocal ABCD. Yeah.
and how like from where I learned it, it was like how far it traveled and like the timing of the correction, and then it almost looked like perfect. You get those included with the harmonic, and then the other stuff we look for, those are.
So now that not crypto is a major ingredient in the cake baking factor, you might have covered it. You probably did, but been busy with work and I'm just catching up with it. Is when Bitcoin respected the TA on the bearish cipher, I think maybe it was like a bearish bat or something. Does it go to the 50% retrace on those?
On bats?
It's only a shark where your target is the 50%.
Bitcoin was a bearish cipher. You said it respected the TA in the Patreon.
Yeah, it's continued. Well, I mean, it was down here and then it rallied, and it's still just making a lower high. So the TA is still technically being respected. It's just that could have been the reaction high because it did react. You know, even if it went up, I still don't think it was respected because it reacted there. But what were you saying about the bat?
I was just wondering, what kind of bearish cipher that is and how far down they normally retrace.
Oh, yeah. So I would think like if you're in a bear trend and you were shorting this, your first target would be 33,452. That's it. That's the short target. Like that, I think. I mean, I think that's very reasonable because if you're in a true downtrend, which I think you really are, You're in a true downtrend for now on Bitcoin. The bears in control, whatever. You have to, until you make a higher low than the previous low and then a higher high than the previous high. How can you even think you could argue that bulls have control of this market right now in the short term? You just can't. So you have to go with it. And it's like, that means that if you're in a short-term downtrend, then the patterns would be reliable and they could outperform or just perform adequately, and you just go on with your KC Stubbs targets A and C. So 33,452 and 31,070. That's it. I mean, if you wanted an equitable short at the PCZ, one would be like going short of the PCZ at 40,500, and then they would be waiting for it to exceed and get a stop out, probably above like maybe 42K or something like that. Or it plays out and it leads out to 33K or 31,000. So that's it.
Wow. I mean, so this would really need to be like the TA disrespected if we're not going to drop lower, and it's painting some kind of head and shoulders looking thing, at least to me.
Yeah, at the PCZ, yeah. It's gross.
So I'm going to tighten up my stop losses because I've been meaning to.
Yeah, I noticed that head and shoulders as well, but then I feel like if you do a slanted head and shoulders doing downwards, you broke out and you already thrown back.
Have you? I
would argue that what Scott teaches, he teaches the reversal versus the reaction, and right now we're getting the reaction, not the reversal.
Mitch,
I thought we got the reaction at the PCZ.
One is Scott.
We're getting,
yeah.
Now we're getting the actual reversal, reaction and reversal.
A bullish,
bullish
two different peaks. I'm not.
But it didn't break the neckline,
not
so
yet.
it's not a reversal.
Working on it, and it's below. Look, it like really. Closing below 38,554, technically looking low contextually is really bad. That's awful. It's like your last.
But where? Okay, but where's your RSI
at? 40. So like almost about to be in bearish territory. Not at least on the 60-minute. What times go? 4 hour is it's neutral. It's at like 47. So I mean, plenty of room to mark down if market participants wanted to push this down. And daily is certainly reset too. The daily's at 43. So they're like, those conditions are, the stage is set for it. When markdown wanted to begin, it could easily happen because the daily 4 hour and 60 minute are all right at 40, 44 area. All the perfect area for a markdown. But I mean, like, whatever, like, again, this, like, if it doesn't break this little neckline here, it could bounce and run up and maybe make a bear shark, or it could go and do whatever. I'm just saying that's smoking hopium. This is not hopium. This is like actual traditional technical analysis, a small harmonic with like a momentum shifting structure, and they're all lower highs than what the previous high from May 20th. That's just a lower high being placed in methodically, and historical context. It's like you're just back testing all these levels as resistance and saying, yep, what was once resistance is certainly, without a doubt right now, resistance again. That's bad. I mean, it's just not bullish. I wish it was, man. Like, God, it's gonna, I hate it because I have a substantial hold position, that I'll never sell, like, ever. But, unless it was a desperation situation, which I don't think I'll ever get in that. But I'm just saying, I don't want it to go to 33.4. I don't want it to go to 31K. I'm just saying, if you flip the chart over and all of a sudden the bulls took the ball back, like, flip the chart and you see this harmonic has developed and it's back testing the old supports that were once support before, and the momentum is shifting, and on this you had the reaction low and now you're getting the confirmation low, and it's a slightly higher low than the initial low at the PCZ. It was like, so there was so much demand for the asset that on this second low, or on this third low or whatever, sellers couldn't even push the price down to this level of the 786, right? So I'm just saying, right? And now there's like very little historical support resistance below where you are. I mean, there's actually kind of almost nothing really, except the manufacturer level. I don't know, 33K is A.
You draw from that high, that swing high on the 4 hour from like January. I'm not bullish. But
it's just like, how can you be
gotta,
bullish literally right now in the short term?
You've
I mean,
got
long
to
term,
bat
sure.
PCZ at that area. So.
Oh yeah, exactly. It would turn into like a bullish, a bullish bat.
You have a
Look at this.
bat already completed.
Bullish bat.
886 is like right there. Yeah, of course. And what we're talking about? No, that's not it?
I'm way deeper than you. Yeah.
Hold on.
So Scott's thing had a butterfly on it, but here I'll post it in Patreon chat again.
Well, just remember the idea here was the Wyckoff accumulation, right? Where you're in phase B right now, and in order to get to phase C, you must bleed out to the bottom of the range again, and spring back test the spring and stuff in phase C.
Check Patreon chat from where I'm anchoring. I'm in a no trade zone. I don't like it right now.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I wouldn't touch it. I mean, I'm not shorting it. I'm not longing it. Like, my trading capital is not allocated to crypto, but I still hold. And I mean, that's like the skin in the game, like holding assets.
Yeah.
Whatever. I believe literally in the movement of cryptocurrency. I don't believe in what they're doing to debase our currencies. It's a way I'm saying, putting my middle finger up at the system we currently are being forced to be in. Like they're just destroying everyone. And the people that are affected the most are the poor and indignant, the ignorant, the ones that don't have any money in the stock market, which is like half the country, half the U.S. I don't even know outside the U.S., but I'm just saying, like, right? I mean, those are the people that are the worst off, because at least if you participate in the market, at least you're gonna pad some of the inflation that's and debasement of our currency that's going on. But if you have like make minimum wage, you don't invest in the stock market, you're effed. You're getting left behind.
You're completely right, Mitch. I've been trying to preach this to like coworkers and family and stuff, and people just think that. People think I'm being sort of like doomsday and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm just trying to explain what is going
it's actual
on.
Cause and effect. What do they think?
Yeah.
All this money printing's real, like it's normal. I see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's hitting.
Too.
It's hitting home now because my parents are trying to get their roof done, and they got an estimate of like $45,000 because of the lumber costs, and I'm just kind of like, I hate to say I told you so, but it's this is what's happening. Like.
We asked
$2. Jacob G too. Yeah,
we should all gotten long on the lumber futures call months ago, and then we just had wood to sell.
Yeah.
All right. This is what Probes and Jacob G.
Yeah, the bullish bat. Yep.
Yeah, the bullish bat.
I've had that for about a week. I've just kind of been monitoring it.
So what do you do? You got your reaction.
Bullish bat.
Okay. So why can't we get our
as well?
Why can't we get our reversal low? Right.
And if you get the Wyckoff accumulation play out, I mean, that would play out for this as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would be like the story would be told, right? I mean, like where you come down, you hit that bottom, or maybe even lower, and you spring back test the spring or whatever, and then what happens, right? You get down to that level again, and then the oscillators, it goes negative a little bit more, and then
some
you
divergence.
Have very clear bullish divergence. You probably get oversold again, and you show divergence in oversold territory. Are you kidding me? Everything would play out. Everything would.
I think this is a really good range. Yeah, if it were to play out that way, it should be really healthy.
Yeah, so
it's kind of cool.
What do you
Bitcoin's
think?
similar to a lot of these tech stocks, like NVIDIA and AMD. It looks like. You got there's the Head and Shoulders top. They've come down a bit.
I think
Yeah, lot
with
of people
tech,
are
a
saying
little bit
that's
more
most
sideways. It's yeah, but I get what you're saying.
Head and shoulder-esque, but yeah, when I saw that Wyckoff accumulation chart that whoever posted that was definitely like raised my eyebrows and my heart skipped a beat, for sure. Made me wake up and kind of tune in with what's going on, because that's for real.
On that large candle that moved down, so Bybit's where the volume is apparently right now. They did 20 billion in volume.
Is that because of shorting and contracts and options?
588,000. There's no options there, but
that's
it's
Deribit.
where,
Never mind. Yeah.
The Bybit's strictly futures, right?
Futures.
So it's all Bybit does. Yep.
No, perp swap contract.
Yeah.
Most
derivatives.
So it's replaced BitMEX. Yeah. And so that was some slang and volume. So,
yeah, but a lot of people are thinking that's the most likely scenario, right? Is that drop down to around the 31K-ish and then spring off it.
Mike Lamb, be careful. William Randolph Hearst is watching. He's going to come after you and destroy you.
I didn't want to put it in Patreon chat because I knew people were freaking out already, but we were sitting in there a little while ago when Bitcoin's at like 48,000, and everyone's, I can't wait if it drops to 24,000. I'm going to buy again. I was like, if Bitcoin goes to 24,000 right now, you buying? Because this
There's no
is
support till 20K. You can break 30K.
everyone's asking, what do we do? Mitch, go live. I'm like, here's what Mitch would say. There's nothing you can do right now.
Yep.
You haven't
That's it.
already acted already.
it's
Sorry.
like-
There's nothing you can do
So I've
during this
learned though,
input.
I am, to some people, I guess a lot of people, I am a comfort blanket. I've been called that multiple times now by multiple different people, like a comfort blanket. I
Yeah,
guess.
it was
Why?
6 a.m. in the morning. There's enough.
Why are you a comfort
To be
blanket?
I don't know.
I like to. I don't want to sound rude or anything, but I like to use you as a reference. I've been watching for like a really long time and studying really hard for a while now, and so like I like to, after I'm done, I come back and I use you as a Bukowski book almost.
Yeah.
Lately with the streams, just because I don't have, like, I'm usually at work when your streams are live and stuff like that too, so I'll
Yeah,
come
me
back
too.
later.
I've done the same thing where I'll go a couple days on purpose to try not watch the stream and just kind of go on my own, and then I'll go back to the stream and I'll be like, try to use that as a reference as well.
Okay, so the 30.
When we make new all-time
very
highs,
important.
we celebrate, but there's nothing to do here.
Yeah,
This
When you
30,
have those big
31K.
moves,
I'll be a security blanket. I don't care.
Is that Jeff?
Okay.
There's a lot of times like I wish I
Wouldn't-
could catch it live so I could, say something in the chat. Like, oh no, there's this thing there.
there's
So
a lot of
this
things.
30,
It's-
31K zone, right? Looking left, this is. I mean, it's pretty strong support. It should be, right? If it breaks through it, it's pretty bad. But
33.
no, the 31, 30K
Oh,
around
I was
there,
gonna say, I
right?
guess it's strong until you get down there. And
Until it's
like,
not,
no one
yeah.
buys. Yeah, it's.
No,
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
we
think
got
you want to
down
go to
to
below 30K.
29,800. Yeah, I don't.
27K though,
24
believe it or
does
not,
much
the COVID
anything.
crash low to high is a 78% retrace, I think. Right?
What is it?
From the COVID crash low to the all-time high, I believe 27K is like a 786 or something. No, it's a 618. Gosh,
87.
It's only a
27, 131 is a 618.
That's what's so weird. Like
The
it's
786
there's no
is 16878. You ready for that?
nope. I don't think you want to fall below 19.3.
Of course not. No.
You're my freedom blanket.
Freedom
I needed my
Orion
blanket.
Blood, thank you, dude, for the 420, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, Bitcoin just doesn't look
Yeah,
good.
we'll get you an options account set up, Mitch. You can protect your hold portfolio, or at least your tips portfolio.
Whatever.
Some of these tree peak
Hedge-
assets,
hedge off with some puts.
yeah, some of these tree peak assets where they've been trade setups, just put calls on those, and there's been some of the best calls I've ever
yeah,
made.
it's like sit it, forget it. Like you just have them. They're gonna be
Yeah.
most likely they're not gonna be at they're not gonna be expensive.
Yeah, I'll do like a year out.
Like PSXP, dude.
Oh my
it was
God,
so
yes.
cheap. They were so stupidly cheap, and no one cared about it. And now it's just like, are you kidding me? Like,
I was like shilling it in Patreon. I felt like a shill.
yeah, I think they're up
Still
like
at 66.
300 plus
That's
percent
one
up
of my
right
first
now.
discovered options was PSXP. Like, it was amazing.
What's amazing?
That was the first time when I started discovering how to actually do options. Was the PSXP stream where somebody
Nice.
called it, and then I was like, I'll go look at these things, and
Yeah.
now I'm like 10x on them.
Yep.
Good to hear. And that's the stuff you want to do. Like, you're doing it right. Too many people are entering markets not for a curiosity of education and financial independence. They're out of greed and FOMO, fear of missing out, and greed at the same time. That combination's deadly. It'll kill you because you're just gonna be like, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna buy this randomly. No, man. You want to have reasons. So, But again, like I don't.
Yeah, and
I'm no
I feel like
authority
some of
on
the
this
strong.
at all.
Yeah, I feel like some of the strongest traders to experience that, they did that when they didn't know what they were doing, and they stuck with it, and they decided to learn it and actually do the right things and cut out the bad habit.
And then there were like the other side of the story is there are more people than those that do it the wrong way, get wrecked, and then quit and never come back. But that's the story of life, right? I mean, you grow up and you go through experiences. You like, you know, participate in athletics growing up, and you have a higher percentage chance of, if you ever fail at something in life, you have a greater probability of getting back on the horse. And I think a lot of that stems from your development. So, but a lot of people don't go through that, and so they'll get hit in the mouth, and then they'll never recover, and then they quit and they become a doomer, right? And then, you know, the people that get up back on the horse become the bloomer, right? And we talked about this yesterday briefly. I mean, as a 20-something-year-old male to 30-something-year-old male, you're either gonna end up as a doomer or a bloomer, right? So a doomer's like someone who just, you know, hates the world, thinks that everything's futile. Like, they're like a nihilist almost at this point. They think everyone's out to get them. There's nothing positive. It's all a joke. And then the bloomer's like, yeah, life's tough, but it can always be overcome. You know, it's just attitude. Attitude's so important, even in trading. Attitude.
There's insanely wealthy fund managers that are just all the time bearish. This isn't sustainable. We've been printing money too long. It's like once in a while they're right, but it's like, this is a long-term bullshit. I don't know, outside of the Great Recession, we haven't really had an extended bear market.
In Bitcoin?
So, no, in traditional markets.
Yeah, besides 1930s.
Just all, you know,
Good
hedge
God,
fund
that was
managers.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had like an
outside of that,
18-month like bear market,
lasted.
global financial crisis.
The 60s and 70s were brutal.
Yeah.
Like you went
yeah.
in a 20% range for 12
God,
years,
Dow
20
Jones, man,
years.
was awful. Yeah, it's like,
Was that attributed to the war? You think? Or
I don't know.
No, you just had during that time.
there was a lot
There was
of
no money printing. We were on the gold standard. There was no like bull crap.
That was the problem.
Nothing was rigged back then. It was normal, like probably way more normal markets. Like the realest of real free markets was back then, and now we don't have free markets. They're just insane. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Right?
I remember
Yeah,
one
the idea of
statistic from
the growth company was a joke.
It was whatever gold that the U.S. held, they could only have 60% of that in notes out in the U.S. So, like, example, if you hold $1,000 in gold, you could only have 60% of that in paper.
No, it's the opposite.
60 notes, you could print
No,
them.
600%.
Yeah, Great Society
So
Amendment. What
the
happened?
frac-
What was it?
You gotta
1979.
look at
or something?
the fractional
71?
reserve system. Even with gold, you can have $1 in gold and print $9 worth of paper. It was always 10x.
Yeah, I don't know what the value of physical gold in the world is, but the derivatives
20
market is.
I think it's like, I don't know, 20, 25 trillion, something like that.
Physical gold value.
I think so, or maybe that's the U.S. holdings. I looked at this years ago. I don't remember.
Derivatives market is, I think, 400.
Oh, the derivatives. You know what's funny? If
Five.
there's a website. I think the Biz actually keeps track of the notional value of all the derivatives in the world. Dude, it's like, you don't even want to know. It's like $1.2 quadrillion, and it's absurd. It's something ridiculously stupid.
It was at 4 quadrillion.
Yeah,
not
think
long
about
ago.
that for a minute. Think about that. That's just like,
yeah,
what are you talking about,
Dawn,
man?
we've looked at that. Yeah, the Dow
I
Jones
hope
had a supply line
I
of
hope something
crash.
goes on
Yeah,
with these.
29.
Like I've traded them, but I'm not a fan of these where you can have 100x leverage and you're trading Bitcoin for Bitcoin. The BitMEX thing is you can manipulate the shit out of markets, and they only have Bitcoin on there, and so they got to get rid of it to get liquidity. But I don't think we're ever not going to see something like that, because as soon as they get in trouble, someone else will pop up. So
they went after the creator of BitMEX.
the micro Bitcoin futures are pretty decent. They're pretty good liquidity. They have them on Thinkorswim now, Mitch. It's $5,000 for a contract now instead of what it was before, which was it's 1/10 of a Bitcoin, but
Not too
previously
bad.
it was
Mini
5 Bitcoins.
contracts or whatever.
You're trading you're trading a $250,000 contract. It's like, what the hell? Because it's 5 Bitcoin per contract on CMEs.
My God.
Regular. So yeah, the micros are actually pretty chill. To
Yeah.
hedge off some risk, and you don't get hit with taxes.
Yeah, taxes, man. Oh my God.
So
Hey guys,
yeah,
speaking
I
of
don't
taxes,
know.
there was an article. I think it was on, where was it? Maybe a CNBC. Anyway, apparently there's some kind of a loophole where if you take a loss on crypto, it's not the same as taking a loss in stock. So you can actually claim the full whatever loss you took as a loss on your taxes, right? And then you can go ahead and buy it back immediately and still claim the loss, right?
Netted as property, not as.
Yes. Did you see that article? That's pretty wild, right? So like Bitcoin crashes, you sell your Bitcoin at the bottom, right? You say, oh my God, I lost $500,000 or whatever, and then you just buy it back, buy it right back, but then that loss still can be claimed as a loss because
Yeah,
it's
so-
property. Yeah, it's wild.
Well, so what you're doing is you're tax harvesting because you're realizing the loss instead of holding on to it.
Yep. Yeah. So with stocks, they you can't do that, right? Because they have some kind of a rule where you can't buy it back for 30 days, right?
Sale or the
Yeah, you don't get
superficial
something
loss
like that.
candidate.
Yeah, with crypto, that's not they haven't really defined it as such. So
The only thing you have to be careful for is if you're going to pay fees on that transaction. So you have to determine whether that fee is going to be more than what you're going to get as a sort of rebate on your tax for claiming that loss.
Oh, but it's like unless you're like staking, it's not that hard to recoup fees from taxes.
I just want to.
Oh no, I mean like fees from transacting.
Don't
from
go
selling
out and
exchange.
do you try to do things and avoid taxes, you're going to get messed up for doing it. Talk to your dad.
Yeah, I mean, if your accountant says that's okay and he studied it and he's versed on it, by all means, absolutely. But yeah, that's as long as
It's
you
talk to your people and see about you being able to claim some sort of your subset as a trader status. And any
I've
other
read
guys
about
that trade for, if it's more than your annual income, you have to set up a corporation.
Well, I mean,
yeah, someone in the
Family trust over here.
someone in the chat actually just had the right term though. It's called wash sale, right? That's the loophole.
Yeah, if you do
They
stocks,
call
they
it a
call it
wash
a wash
sale.
sale.
No, stocks, yeah, they call it a wash sale. But crypto, it doesn't apply to it. So it's just something.
Difference between property, currency. It's the way they categorize.
That's right. That's right.
Is that a joint?
I wish there was a way to transfer assets between crypto to stocks at times like this when we have all the attendees with the stocks. And I don't know if
There's
you guys.
10 exchanges working on that.
Yeah, Binance has
There's many options.
something now that's been tokenized. I don't know exactly how that works, but you can buy them just like any crypto on Binance.
Why would you want to do that though if you're in cash and you could just transfer your cash to your account and then fund your trading account?
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I wish there was a way to.
Established, you already have your account set up and stuff. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like if you can transfer Tether into your stock trading account, that would be cool, right?
What exchanges again? You said Binance is starting to do some things. What else?
FTX. I think.
Oh yeah,
Binance, FTX, Synthetics, Mirror Protocol. There you go.
yeah. Everything I can't do in Hawaii, but Guy gotcha. That's good. That red line, starting to bleed through your line there, Mitch, on the chart you just had up.
Oh, the little neckline right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a very big structure, and it could end up turning into something else where it breaks it for a minute and doesn't really. Like, the big thing I think you need to look at is breaking 36.571. That's like a local low from May 19th, and it lines up with the May 25th low. I think that's the big one, more so than this little scrub one I've got plotted. But either way, man, it's like if one's shorting, they have to have conviction on their short. Like they have to understand the short-term downtrend. You got the bearish pattern in the bear trend, the short-term bear trend, very short-term. I'm not saying long-term. It's over, dude. You know, I'm saying like downtrend, bear trend are the exact same things. Okay, they're just schematics, right? Whatever, semantics. Anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, it's just everything makes so much sense for a drop here. But again, maybe it's like the thing is it's already dropped so much. How could it drop anymore? You know, it's like I get it. It's like premium for shorts because of such the fast drawdown. So much losses happening in such a short period of time. Like 50% drawdown in 10 days. I mean, yeah, it's like going short now is like premium, but it's strategic. It's a very strategic short entry up at these levels, big time. You can't deny that. It's like if you're in a huge range and you rally back to the top of the new range, of the newer range or whatever. How is that not a strategic potential entry for a short? And you're back testing 200-day moving average resistance. You got the bearish cipher on the 4-hour. I mean, you just got like there are just reasons why you have to understand the argument for bears is okay and it's there. I'm not saying I'm taking action on it. I'm not saying, hey, everyone, patrons should take a short on Bitcoin right now. I'm just saying, like, right, using technical analysis, the argument kind of stacks up for bears a little bit, at least in the short term, not the long term. God, no, not the long term. Go back to history. What did Bitcoin start at? $0. It's at 37,000 plus right now. So, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, we got monthly futures closing tomorrow, but
yep.
Thoughts on that, Jeff?
The whole month, yeah. We might get a monthly reversal.
I mean, every time we'll see how it happens. Every time that they were selling, that was where all the volume was. I mean, when there was buying, there really wasn't volume. But I was looking at, I can't get on TradingView so I have to open up Thinkorswim to open up the minis. Minis are far out trading the standard size. So
let's say it totally rallies up to like 41,000 from here. Would that be painting like a upward slope? What's it called? A
channel flag?
No, a broadening
broadening
formation. Broadening wedge formation, something like that. Is that bullish?
It'd be ascending broadening wedge or just that. I mean, like right there. I mean, yeah, there's upside, I guess. If it bounces here, it could go up there. But 41K, it wouldn't be touching the top of it. 41K would just be actually getting back to the pattern completion zone of the bearish cipher.
42K, yeah.
Oh, 42K. You changing it up now, huh? 42K would be an 886, which would still be slightly lower high than May 20th high. But yeah, man, the party was so fun for crypto for so long. I just say, like, people like, I need results now. I need to make money now. But I wasn't participating in the market and didn't change my life forever from. Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't know. Like, you not participating from the 11K, 10K to 65K. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, you missed it. And you're on the other side of the fence for momentum. It sucks, dude. You're gonna have to wait a little while. You're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
You want that?
Those of you guys that have been in Patreon for a short amount of time, if we sustain sideways trend, bearish trend, this is where you really learn to trade. I promise you that.
Yeah, these are the times.
The upside opportunities become. It's easy on the upside.
Great. Then I showed up at the right time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've only been here 2 months, and I still see no reason why, if you haven't been following the process, you couldn't be successful. Like, just following a diversified approach between crypto and traditional assets, I'm still up significantly.
Yep. Yeah, man. Like,
well,
those stocks are.
We were at euphoric levels, and we started. All those S coins were just going crazy. I was setting every single stop loss. So as soon as I'd enter anything, I was doing really good. And then I got sloppy. And I gotta say, at the very end, I entered a bunch of trades without my stop loss just because I was busy. And I'm like, I'll get to it once it rallies up 30%, And then we crashed. And so, yeah, I definitely lost a chunk. And that's a good lesson learned. because I told myself once we were back up at the euphoric levels, I would be more careful. And so anyway, lesson learned, and hopefully I don't repeat that one. But with things shifted over to stocks,
Hopefully, you said,
then
hopefully you
there's-
don't do that again. I mean, that's up to you, dude. Because like, you should never enter a
Right.
trade without having a stop set up literally right after. Like, that should be like, oh, took an entry in a position, and then right after, it's like, it's just as important as taking the entry at the stop, right? I mean, if you're truly like talking about trading and stuff. I mean, I get it. If you have like a DCA long-term hold, maybe not. But like, if you're talking about actually trading the way it's taught here or whatever, it's like you want to enter and immediately stop loss. And then if you have 3 commas or something like that, that's even better. You can have it all set up, you know? And I think
And
3
I do
commas might
have
be
3
good for
commas.
helping build habits of that, right? Where you're laying it all out. You're putting everything, the entry, the stop loss, the take profits, you know?
love 3 commas because I can see exactly percentage-wise how much I'm up or down, set the stop loss, take profit, all that. But, you know, I hate to say it, but I did get lazy, and I did that. So
As long as you
I'm,
learn, man, you just treat it as how much did that cost you? It cost you, that was the amount of money it cost for the lesson, right? You just have to look at it like that, and you move on. You don't dwell on it. You move forward. You don't get emotional about it. You say, yeah, I lost, and I learned from it, and it cost me this much. Okay, whatever, you know, like, you know, that's life, man.
Yeah.
You pay for things.
Everybody's been there.
Most learning lessons came from your entire account being gone. So it's a good group to
yeah, at least it's not
have around.
Yeah, it's
the
good
whole
surrounding yourself with people that, I don't know, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
like I'm constantly wanting and aspiring for greater things in life. I'm not ever satisfied with things, so I'm always constantly wanting more. So I think if you surround yourself with those people, you become those people. So, and that's like for everyone watching, you know, the 5 people tuned into the stream, right? Then we're at 5 people. 553, okay, so a little bit more than 5 people, but you know, the 550, it's like, man, you got to audit your relationships, and if those relationships, you know, you're hanging out with people, and like, what are those people that you hang out with, your peers, what do they do with their lives? Are they trying to acquire real estate? Are they trying to start a business? Are they trying to do something to break away from the 9 to 5? I mean, if they're not, then, you know, and you're surrounding yourself with those people, then you'll probably just end up being the same way. Like, you'll be influenced heavily by those people. So
this has been an extreme blessing with COVID. Having, you know, for a lot of people that were
I
stuck.
can't believe
by
we
themselves or
even
whatever,
had
but
no
have-
idea when we were building this, you know, that it was gonna
And
end
then-
up being so helpful.
Not only did we have people to reach out to and talk to, but 1, live stream history, 2, made a shit ton of money off of it, and it's
And this
been
bull
awesome,
run right
man.
here, this bull run changed my life too. I mean, I made so much that I can actually buy multiple
Yeah, it was
properties,
insane.
right? I mean, and those
I
properties.
I
are
remember when we
income
first
producing.
started.
Huh?
Yeah, you were like at 7% of your portfolio was
5 to
crypto.
7, yeah, it was stupid.
I was close, and then I let it go up to 10, and at one point it reached like 21. I had to,
Dude,
had
that's.
to dump that or put cash
I'm surprised
into
it didn't go to
traditional
more.
markets.
Really, in the end. I mean, I think you might be
Uh,
You're like further ahead on the journey than me and stuff, because I think you have a lot of real estate
Yeah.
and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, like for me, it was like it got scary. It was like it got to a point where I'm like, you know,
I gotta
just
set it up with you and figure it out to
so much
to
was in digital
let you buy
assets. I'm like, I gotta
insurance.
get out
Yeah.
of this. It's too much, you know. And then I forced myself, or it was really the underwriters forced me to show, like, okay, show me your cash position and that money, where it's gonna be, so we can see it. You know, I'm like, all right, liquidate 56K, and then
yeah,
a few days later, maybe less than a week later, boom. I was like, oh my god, wow. So yeah, it's always good to, if you're up hundreds of % or something on some sort of position, you gotta do something, man. Figure out how to take it out and put it into something else that's showing value, not premium. You made the premium, so take it out, and then one would reallocate it, you know.
And
I
I'm
feel
just
like that's one of the most
I'll pull
dangerous
up a-
ways to get into trading is putting your money into something that just 4 or 5 X's or something immediately. Then you can just do that again and again and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just not easy. It's like
What's
people
the
now.
20%?
Huh?
What's the 20% rule? Like, if you're not saving 20% of what you're making, then, isn't that what the idea is? That 20% rule is like,
I mean, I
10%
guess
is
like
like
whatever.
the
It's
the
like
whole-
you save as much as you
the
can.
boomer
You
rule.
invest as much as you can, dude. Like you go bare bone. Like that's the way I did it in my 20s. Was like any extra money I had, screw vacations, screw going out, just IRA, max out that Roth IRA, max out my 401k,
Everyone should be-
brokerage account, every
Yeah.
dime. Like you just have to have that mentality. You do that though for like 5 to 7, 8 years, your life will be incredible. And it's called delayed gratification. And I don't think they teach it anymore. It's obvious, right? They don't teach anymore. We got more people in debt than we've ever had in the history of mankind, right? We're a debt-driven society. It's just... So, yeah, delay your gratification because when you
Yeah,
get...
the other way could be to like pay off like multiple houses and things.
Yeah,
like
sure.
that,
Yeah,
which
I find it crazy
probably
how
not
Yeah,
quite
I'd
make you as
right now I'd rather
not
The
pay
general
off.
rather
public
pay the bank
so-
a little interest than they want than
Yep.
Yeah, because debt
like
is
Kellogg's paying me a higher interest rate.
Yeah,
but
debt
their
is-
stock stays flat
debt is
and I'm
cheap.
paying the bank.
Yeah, debt is like massive amount. Like it's totally cheap.
Yeah.
That's
But
like
Yeah, it seems money
that's
in
how
the
the
bank.
real crazy stuff gets made,
When
right?
debt's
Like,
cheap, you borrow.
Yeah,
When if you don't need it,
yeah.
It's just,
you
it's
don't
been really
ever want
fun.
to borrow when you
Um,
need it.
It's really fun. I guess I've been doing this like a little over 3 years, which is kind of nothing, I can't wait to see 5 years when I've been doing it for 5 years and stuff. But like just in the short time of the 3 years, it's cool to see right now, so many more younger people are getting into this than they were, I guess. And I think Wall Street Bets and COVID has mainstreamed what we do a lot more. And so I just love it
I just want-
because I get to tell people like that are younger, like
Yeah.
guiding them.
20% of
in
them
ways.
stick around.
What do you say?
I said if 20% of like Wall Street Bets YOLOers stick around and actually want to put the effort into it, one of the hardest things that people where they let their emotions get a control of them, those dudes have zero. So, I mean, if you can get them to set their stops and take profits, they don't care if it goes up or down. I mean, you have a plan, but also for a lot of those kids with what colleges do these days, it's like, dude, I don't know, find some online university that you can learn something about that you care about, or don't go to school. I don't know what the answer is, but degrees are a joke.
They become
Yeah.
a joke, man.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
And
Dude,
they're
I
just
finished
Marxist
off-
indoctrination papers.
Yeah,
That's what
it's-
they are.
yeah,
I
It's
don't
true.
think
That's
NFL
what it is.
paid-
Hey, you
It's
want to
really
be a Marxist
bad,
communist?
too.
Go to college. I mean,
It's really
Like, dude,
bad too because there's a
like-
lot of cool things you can
go for
learn
the
in
right
college.
reason though.
But-
Go for the right trade. Like if
Take
you're a
classes
doctor,
that you
sure.
want.
When they
Oh, like
screw
they're
you
You're
over,
doing
it's
Some
not
degrees
cool.
are good.
what is
for example, I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes I feel bad doing it, but then again, I think I'm doing the right thing. Like, younger people ask me about going to college, doing this and that. And I guess the average person would tell them, yeah, you got to go to college, you got to get a degree. I tell them the exact opposite. I tell them, listen, don't go to school unless you know why you're going to school, and if you can get a better deal going straight to work investing, then do that instead. And people kind of look at me sideways when I say stuff like that.
Figure
but I
out
don't
how
know, I
much
think
it's
it's
going
the
to
right
cost
thing.
you, how much debt you're going to have to get into. and
Yeah,
figure
man,
out
exactly.
the average salary of the career and the field you're getting into.
That's
Yeah.
what really
People are
is
getting
what
like
I've heard. I'm definitely
300K
making the
debt for
decision to
massage
not go.
degrees or something.
Oh, I got off easy. I only had 25 grand.
Do any employers pay for school anymore?
there's so much
I had
high level
8,000 I
mentorship
owed.
and whatever you want to achieve right now, you can find and go direct to the source instead of becoming a competent functionary of the corporate communist military structure. And now the universities out here in Hawaii want you to get the quack scene to be able to even go there. And so that's literally the people who want to finish their school are being forced V-word. you know?
Or to be
And it's
vaccinated.
like that's insane. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
ridiculous.
Staying away from that institution that does not have our best interests in mind.
But that's not bleeding into corporations and the whole wokeness. That's what it is, like the wokeness cancel culture. And
Dude,
now
it's bleeding.
like it's
It's
infiltrating
everywhere.
and taking over
It's everywhere.
corporations' policies. So yeah, those Marxist indoctrinates, they become like HR reps for all these companies, and then whatever. It just, I don't know. It just is bad. And then there's just
Mitch.
social media, news, blah blah blah.
I don't know about, I don't know if you spent a lot of time in corporate, but like you said, HR has become a complete, you call it cultural Marxism, but it's a cult, man, and they all operate simultaneously. They all do the same things at the same time. That's not a coincidence, bro. That's not a coincidence. Okay. It's insane. I mean, just today I get emails, I right now I'm working for a bank, dude. I get emails about this woke nonsense. It's got nothing to do with the business that we're engaged in. What the hell are you sending this shit for? So excuse my language. What are you sending this stuff for?
And back to what
It's the top, man. It's like the CEOs, presidents of the companies fear that if they don't do this, then they'll get labeled, and then they won't be able to buy their 7th jet this year. Like it's literally that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like you say, it's everywhere, man, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, these young kids and their practical application of their time, if they're going to be in college versus working, are they spending $100 a day or earning $100 a day? It's so simple.
Yeah, but I understand, like, the whole going in debt to get a really good degree made sense, and then it's like this whole there's too many people that exist, population boom, and then everyone, they figured out, let's like market college for everyone. All right, well, not everyone can really do real college, so we have to make up bullcrap degrees that the low IQ people can get, and to make them feel special, so we can harvest money from them. Perfect. All right, we're gonna make up underwater basket weaving. We gotta have all these other stupid degrees that just don't make sense, that have no practicality in the world of capitalism. They just don't. So
that happens
I-
in like the colleges that everybody's really trying to go to. The Stanfords, the Harvards, the everything else.
The Studio 54 of college.
God, imagine like
Those at Stanford, Harvard, Yale, those degrees still. I mean, they'll get you a 6-figure job within the first 4 years.
Exactly, they will. But doing what?
UCLA is doing. One of my old teachers is doing remember like home ec? I don't know if anyone's a boomer enough to. Like they had the girls go and learn how to cook and fold diapers and shit.
No, we used to do that.
Doing
We used to do
life
that.
act about saving money, investing money, what IRAs, what Roth IRAs are, what 401ks, what company matches
we did
are.
that. We did that in high
life
school.
insurance policies, all that. I'm
We
like,
did that. Yeah, we did that in high school.
He can't get it. It's not. It's just an elective. It's not part of any degree, anything like that.
And it was
I'm like, there's a biz econ degree there. Why can't it be part of that?
No, it was an elective in high school also.
Not certified. Yeah. So
And my
then
buddy-
Michael Burry's teaching a class at UCLA in the fall.
Yeah,
that's
So that'll be interesting.
So when did all this change?
He went to UCLA.
Does anyone want to go to a symposium
I
on
think
nanotechnology at UCLA later today? Anyone get that joke? No one?
No.
If you were real when
You
you
said
did,
something
you'll
about
get
going
it.
to California. I'm good.
We can go to UCLA and have a good time, Mitch.
Dude, I
Your,
watched
your
Michael
buddies
Burry.
came out about 20 years ago and didn't have such a good time.
We hadn't been back since. Well, I mean, we've been in
Yeah.
Canada, but not.
Because we came to your state the next year and
We were
stuck it in.
devastated by then. Somehow we unraveled in a year. Like
Still
number
to this
3
day,
in
the
the country
funnest
to
game.
number 100 in the country in a year. It was the most. And then the year before, we were SEC champs. Lost to Tom Brady in the freaking Orange Bowl. Oh God, it was the dark ages. But look at us now, man.
Yeah,
Greatest dynasty to walk the earth.
My game,
Indubitably,
my senior year
undeniably.
at your place, that was the funnest I don't know, high school meant more. You'd probably agree. Most guys you talk to, because you grew up with those guys, you had such an emotional attachment. Like you'd cry when you lost.
And we were like superhumans in high school, you know? Like it was God. And then you're like
there's
everyone else in
there's a
college.
ton of fringe benefits. Yeah, in college you're the little fish.
Yep. That's right.
But
I was
yeah,
just
even Monday Night Football, all that stuff. That game at Bama was by far the most hyped I've ever been.
Yeah,
That was
because
cool.
like everyone, it's like this thing. Oh, I get to tell my grandkids I beat Alabama. Like there's just something about it, man.
I get to play at
Wrong
that
to say
stadium. I mean, that's it. Bumping Sweet Home Alabama 2 hours before the game, and the stands were packed.
Of course, yeah.
I'm like, this is insane.
Brian Denny, man. That might have been. Wait, was that Legion
Yeah.
Field? Or was it Brian Denny? Because that was literally they were like I think it was Brian Denny. Like I was at the
I
last.
know you guys had 2 stadiums that you would play at.
Yeah, but they switched it. They retired Legion Field in Birmingham. Okay, so it was
Yes.
probably I think you were in Brian Denny because
It was the
I was
first,
at the last
first night game. Go ahead.
I was at the last football game, Alabama's football game at Legion Field. It was the Iron Bowl. It was like the 1999 Iron Bowl, so it was a couple years later.
Yeah. No, I think it had originally been scheduled for that, but that stadium was no more. There's something going on.
You know why we
We'd
stopped
heard
playing in
about that, and
Birmingham?
then
Auburn
Yeah.
Crybabies. We used to play the Iron Bowl every year in
Oh,
Birmingham, and they were crybabies, and they were like, "Oh, it's too much of an advantage for Alabama because Tuscaloosa is only 45 minutes away, but it's an hour and a half away from Birmingham from Auburn." I guess like unreal, like that's why. Also, the stadium was going to heck too, but we're building a brand new stadium, so I'm gonna probably start lobbying to get the Iron Bowl back in Birmingham. It'd be amazing. Anyway.
I went to CU Boulder and I ski raced on their team.
Buffaloes.
Yeah. But I got out. I did a self-structured major called Global Environmental Education. And once I realized how much of a scam the whole thing was, I got out. And I came to Hawaii, which was my plan all along to graduate and do all that. But this whole self-structured major I created would end me up in Hawaii doing exactly what I just went there to do anyway, which I didn't need a degree for. So that's what I did. But, I think the line is being drawn in the sand with that old crumbling system, and there's, everything evolves and changes and moves forward. So people have to spot that the trends and the opportunity for themselves and what makes sense for where their consciousness is at and what they want to support. Once you see it, you can't go back. But I was wondering, with all the opportunities right now with stocks, there's a whole list of them. Is anyone eyeing any options?
Yeah,
at the moment?
how about options on FireEye?
I was going to ask you, what about FireEye? Cool.
I own options on PSXP, but got like another month.
FireEye's at IT security company, right?
Yep, cybersecurity. Yep.
Yeah, right. I wonder.
It was
I
the
think they
pipeline.
were-
Think about the pipeline. How crazy is that? It's
Yeah,
not even about
how-
the fundamentals. It's all about the technicals. It's the composite operator has acquired its position, obviously, and you've had a successful backup. You're in phase E of Wyckoff accumulation. Literally, phase E.
FireEye.
We can pull that up, I guess.
what's your strike, Mitch?
Oh god, it's like
25?
a couple dollars above the price right now, or something.
25 would be where I could look at it.
I don't know.
I
Let's
got
see.
some
I'll look at it.
like yesterday for like I think at 23 or 24, pretty cheap still.
We'll
Funny
see.
how the liberals have no problem accepting the pipeline hack, but when it came to an election hack, no way. No way that could have happened.
24
Yeah, and,
dollar strike.
Yep. So, Mitch, you just bought calls, just straight calls on FireEye?
Very cheap too.
So
I guess it's getting really difficult to open an account now
What are you talking
for
about?
trading options. They're making it pretty
Why?
difficult.
Why is that?
Wall Street bets.
So we look at this chart. And look at that. That's what we did earlier in the stream, but for Bitcoin on the 60-minute. So yeah, it's like this. It's like you got oops. Right, you had phase A. Let's see if I could do this vertical. Oops, so what is the... Come on, what is it? Alt V? Shift V? Dang it, dude. Oh yeah, it's Alt V. Well, I did that. I got gaslighted by myself. So it was like you had a short, like you had a selling climax, an automatic rally, a secondary test, and then you had right here. Okay, so that was phase A, and then you went to phase B and you rallied up to the top again, the automatic rally, and you sold off and you went down. Look, and then you had secondary test in phase B, secondary test in phase B, and you rallied up again to the top. Let me where did phase B end? Right here. This is where phase B ended. Phase B is huge, and then look, you had, this is like spring back test of spring. Now the difference, what kind of is tough on this one is you didn't have a very long phase D, did you? You're still kind of in phase D, I guess, because you have on this last point of supply, signs of strength, certain sign of strength, and this is a successful backup of BU, right, where the top of the range is support now, and you're absorbing remaining supply there or whatever, or I guess it's, yeah, and that's where we are at phase D. And what happens in phase E? You're gone. Bye bye. You go to stupid, ridiculous levels. You have a textbook Wyckoff accumulation range that I just pointed out every single characteristic of it. It's almost identical, just in its own way, right? Oh, okay. Got it. We cool. We cool. I think. Hopefully. Guess we'll put it to us, man. $33 eventually. $45 maybe eventually. Wow, dead chat, everything. Okay, I guess stream's done. Whatever, dude.
Just
I was just gonna say, like, this is really funny. I got out of the bathroom and my buddy was watching Fox News, and this girl on there, she goes, "Oh yeah, look at GameStop. Wall Street Bets is hitting it again." And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, it's not Wall Street Bets. It's just trade setup."
Yeah, it's our Patreon that hit it. I don't know. I don't follow it.
That's our Patreon.
It's not. It was literally technical. It was like, oh my god, look at three valleys, and they're like higher than each other, double bottom, but those double bottoms higher than the previous one. You're in an uptrend. Yeah. It's time. It's probably time. It's coming. And it was like posted, and then 2 days later, bam, gone. Right? It was just. It happens that way sometimes, but it doesn't mean like everything's certain. It doesn't mean like, oh, I'm so cool. I'm so.
No, I thought it was
cool
really funny
guy.
that she just like read that out, and then I was like, wait a minute, like it's like
GameStop.
Listen, watching any news is like, these people are schmucks. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I used to watch the news, then I found Mitch.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's. I mean, I guess some are worse than others, but even Fox is terrible. They're all horrible.
No, I'm being dead serious. Like, my wife tells people I'm watching the news whenever I'm watching Mitch, because they just don't get it.
Yeah, like a newscaster voice, you know. Like, so my wife thinks that I'm listening to golf.
Golf?
Yeah, like, you know, sports announcer. Well, let's just say that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's funny. I interned. I didn't do sports broadcasting, but I had a class on it, where I had to do that stuff. That's pretty.
What's
fun.
wrong with listening to golf?
It's perfect. It's like it gets you. It really pulls you in. You know, it's like bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. We got imminent. We've got what was it in the remix there? We're at critical levels. It's good, man. It's really it's perfect. That wasn't an accident. You were prepared for this through that sports casting class or whatever.
Yeah, I had a lot of those. I mean, that's like legit. I mean, what else kind of like, destined for, I guess, in terms of what I did. And then like I was like the anchor man of my school news before that. So like every morning I would go live in front of like 2,000 people, like, and do the news. So I mean, it's like, it kind of makes sense in the end. And my uncle, worked at the Weather Channel forever, so that's where that came from. So that's like really analytical, and meteorology is very similar to technical analysis in many ways because it's very inexact. It's all about probabilities. It's not about certainties. It makes a lot of sense. And it's like, I didn't want to go to Mississippi State to get a meteorology degree that required crap loads of math and stupid stuff. And I just was like, I just want to start making money, man. I don't want to go more school, dude. I'm good. And it was just right after like, tornadoes and stuff came through T-Town. Largest outbreak in history and meteorological history. So yeah, it's like whatever. Okay, well, I gotta go pack and get ready for Savannah, Georgia. I've never been there before. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to live stream from there too. Yeah, I get to.
You're going to Savannah?
Yep. Cousin's
Nice.
graduating from SCAD, and I'm giving her a supercomputer as a gift. I can't wait.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Like, I can't remember the last time I was in Savannah, but yeah, it's 1st Ranger Battalion, and that's also some like really like heavy culture down there. It's cool.
Oh yeah, man.
The hell of a St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Mitch, you're gonna have to
highly recommend it.
Because if you just hand her a box and say, "Here you go," she's not going to be able to appreciate it unless you kind of go into some detail.
On the PC.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have it like hooked up and on and stuff, and she'll be able to see the lights, and it's such high quality. It's like no expense will spared, except maybe on the GPU. I'm reusing my 1080 Ti, and it's like, if you want a 3080, 3090, you got to work for that. Okay, 3090 is for closers, right? Coffee's for closers, but for GPUs, because she's like a graphic designer or whatever. So, yeah,
Well,
learn that.
it's just like when you sell a pencil. You don't tell somebody that it's made of graphite and wood. You say, with this pencil, you'll be able to sign a contract and change your life, or write the world's greatest poem. You'll have to explain to her what she can do with this computer.
Oh yeah, dude. She can.
I did that with black ink.
Well, I'm gonna talk to her and tell her about like my first money I ever made from streaming, $1,600. The first $1,600 went straight into a pre-built computer that is not even half as good as the one she has, and how I turned that into multiple millions of dollars. And it's like, she can do that too if she wants, or she can just waste it, squander it on
Netflix.
nothing, video games, whatever. Yeah, it's an amazing gaming computer if she wants to go that way. But again, it's like, you want to be great or you want to be nothing, you can do it with this PC. Like, there are no limitations to what she can do with this, and she has no excuse but herself, her own shortcomings, if she doesn't become successful, because she has the tools now. I'm giving them to her right out of college. So
I had a girlfriend in college, and she was kind of the debutante type from Georgia area, beautiful, and definitely in that like kind of Georgia high society or whatever. But, I was thinking, I was checking out these, you can get like the most epic villa. It's like $1 million looking property with the pool, the infinity pool, and just like incredible craftsmanship in Bali for, a couple $100,000. And, if you ever thought about making a move, you could do exactly what you're doing from your villa estate in Bali, just to change it up a little bit and rent out your place and, keep these multiple streams of income coming in. But
leave America is what you're saying? Or
Stop talking about that. Oh my
Bali?
god. Shut up. No. Stop.
Where's Bali?
Indonesia.
And where?
Indonesia.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No way, never doing that. That's not me. I will never leave the United States of America. Nope.
Go join Raul Paul and the Caymans.
Yeah, I mean that might be something if it gets bad enough, but I might just move to Texas when they secede. Okay, so I mean
There
whatever.
you go. My friends are from Texas.
It's we're seceding right now.
I said Bali. I knew it wasn't in the U.S., but then like I said something, and then you were like you started saying something, and someone else started saying something. I'm like, wait, what? Am I wrong? Is there a Bali, Georgia? Because you were talking about Savannah and Georgia, and then it kind of shifted randomly to Bali.
That's what I thought.
I got
But hey,
confused. Like,
Mitch, safe journeys, and thanks for keeping the stream alive.
yeah, absolutely. Skybird, man, thank you for all the support over all this time, and yeah, dude, we'll eventually make it out to Hawaii sometime. Never been there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got going back to what we were talking about earlier. I mean, I got my 11-year-old daughter watching your streams, learning about TA. I'm teaching her about trading, investing, because man, this whole route is just crazy. You know, if she can get her start learn how to make money without going to college. Oh yeah.
My daughter's 14, and she kind of doesn't care, but every once in a while she comes by, she asks questions about the charts, and as she's getting older, her questions are getting more intelligent, and that's cool to hear, man.
Ask
If you know, open
questions of what all the kids are using, and then let us know. Anyone that has daughters 13 to 16, I want to know what the new hot social media platforms are, what they're doing. We'll get on TikTok early.
Exactly.
TikTok.
Let's make a new non-TikTok,
Lobby
whatever
to
it's
get a
going to
ban
be.
before they get to that age. That's it.
And
My
let's
daughter-
get banned.
My daughter
Let's go.
doesn't get. My daughter, she paints. She does piano. She reads a lot. She has about 1 hour of screen time with her iPad at night after 7 o'clock. I never have to ask her, to get off the phone or anything. Sometimes she texts her friends, but it's all her own desire, just because we've really loaded her up with a lot of creative stuff all in the early part of her life. And so, she's not on all that stuff, but she's a really creative person, and it's really cool to see her graduating the 8th grade and just expanding all her gifts.
Yeah, my girl's on. She's into piano too and ballet. But I'm telling you, you give them a taste of how to make money and basically show them possibly how to make their way in the world as they grow up. And I mean, this is an avenue, investing and stuff like this. I mean, the way I look at it, if you can teach somebody at that age, get them into something like this, but think about what they'll be like by the time they're 18, 19, 20. I mean, hell, she might be a millionaire by the time she's that age. She just keeps it up. I would love to see that.
Good point. That's what the future is. Find something that you can share, put it out there, monetize it, have a virtual product. I spend way too much money on all my physical products that are in stores nationwide, and I do sell them online, but it's like I'm realizing, the amount I have to reinvest for physical products is so insane, and I give away all my virtual products because it's like I figure, they'll end up just buying the physical products, but realizing that it's so important now to be able to set up something that's on automatic pilot that is, keep selling while you sleep, that kind of thing. That's a really smart thing. And someone like our kids can put out something that they like doing and put a report for, $17 out there, and people will just download it on a squeeze page because they're interested in finding out that one thing. And to teach them how they can just put a hook in the water and have residual income coming in from multiple sources. I mean, and then investing it like we're doing here. that's where the future is. It's where it is now, and that's definitely valuable stuff we can teach the next generation.
Yep, definitely.
All right, y'all. I'm hanging up. Got a long day. I got to be up at leave at 7 a.m. or something stupid. So,
all right, bro. Take it easy.
Yeah, it's like a 7-hour drive or something. So, all right. Appreciate each and every one
Night,
of you.
Mitch.
Hopefully, I hear from each and every one of you, in a few days, because the end of the month's coming. So, if I don't hear from you and you leave the Patreon, hey, thank you for the support. But if I do hear from you again, thanks for the continued support. So, just saying that because it's the end of the month. All right. So, much love, each and every one of you.
Take it
Have a
easy.
good one.
No, go on, see you.
Congratulate your niece on graduating
My
college.
cousin.
That's awesome. Her cousin.
There you go. We good. All right, I'll see y'all in Savannah for sure, probably, because I'm gonna stream. Might be drunk. Who knows? Peace out, y'all. Much love.
See ya.
All right, chat. So big one doesn't look good now. It doesn't look good right now. I hope it doesn't dump here. It just technically looks like crap. All right, it's below all resistances from history. It's showing a confirmation high right at the PCZ of a bearish cipher pattern and a short-term downtrend, and this is a bearish pattern, and a downtrend is more reliable and can perform well. So I hope that doesn't happen, but that's called smoke and hopium. So things are saying it's kind of not good. Okay, I can't wait to wake up and it's at 42K. Wow, what a miracle, what a bamboozle. But until then, it doesn't look bullish right now. So there could be a little bit more downside, and that's okay. You get down a little bit more downside, maybe you show bullish divergence to the daily eventually. We'll see. Okay, there's no certainties here. All right, just telling you, I wouldn't be taking a long on it right now. That'd be literally just, I don't know, man. It's not at the spot where we want to see assets to go long. Ethereum, on the other hand, is safe. It's very safe above 2,500. It could go down to 2K again and still be fine. Ethereum, I think, will eventually see 3,800 again, but there are going to be a lot of ups and downs. But I don't think any downs are going to be any more down than $1,750 to $2,000. So that's it, man. So forever Bitcoin. I'll be back. Until next time. Respect the TA.
Awesome.